dreams.
I'm going straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
What's going on? This is Jailers from the KOT Show. Here giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And it's time to talk some Knicks. I know we just lost to the Heat. But, there's some things to be happy about today, right? But before we even get into the game and Derrick Rose's great return, right, we're going to introduce our guys. First and foremost, we have Mr. Reliable, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Right, G's in the building.
Damn right he's in this building, all right? And also joining us today, Rookie of the Year, the KOT Show, my man from the YouTube channel across the street. It is the Raw, Metaphor, Raw, Hebrew, Remnant. What's going on, my guy?
All good, my man. So glad to be with y'all again.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get it started. Hopefully you guys are in the stream. You got 10 watch right now, so let's get it popping. All right. So the Knicks just lost to the Miami Heat yesterday, and I talked about it yesterday with CEP, but this is the after party, the post game. I'm going to talk about it with my guys from the KOT Show. All right. And even though we lost, there were some good moments. And we can't start this conversation off without talking about what we saw from the return of the dynamic point guard, former MVP, youngest MVP ever, Derrick Rose. Now, Derrick Rose came in with Emmanuel quickly. Before I even get about this game, can I just talk about Emmanuel Quickly's face? Can we just talk about that? Emmanuel Quickly, when he walked in with Rose and they subbed in together, he looked like he came in with the baddest girl in high school prom, right? Like he was smiling ear to ear. He was mad happy. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to play with my idol." They had dinner the night before. He was getting a good mood and he was excited to get it going. And the chemistry showed on the court. Those guys, we were down 2 points when those guys came in, and when those guys got in the game, they was able to push the lead. So Yo, Raw, let me know, what did you see from these two as a dynamic duo from the Knicks, man?
Man, I mean, it's almost like you just described it, but I was like, when I saw them together on the court, I was like, I had forgotten what it was like to have that type of point guard with the Knicks. Watching Rose operate with IQ, and so it was just a imagine when they get some practice time together. I mean, Rose just showed up and they played like that, like it was a playground. But
yeah,
when they get some practice time together, they're gonna be really good, man.
No, yeah, absolutely, because it seems like the chemistry off the rip was perfect, right? It seemed like the chemistry off the rip was perfect. And I'll say this, my thing with the whole addition of Derrick Rose, I was pretty worried about IQ's role. You know what I mean?
I remember.
I was really worried about IQ's role. That was
we
my
tried
number
to tell
one
you
concern.
he was going to take Rivers minutes. We tried to tell you that.
Nah, I feel you. And shout out to Jay Boogie. I'm gonna put the Cash App in the chat for you, Jay Boogie. Want to get a chance? All right. So shout out to you, Jay Boogie. You always supporting. He supports on Knicks Fan TV as well. All right.
All right.
So the thing that I loved about this game was immediately my qualms were worried because I saw that IQ got some reps on the ball, and I was like, okay, all right, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. He got some reps on the ball. How's the volume in the chat? Is it echoing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hear you perfectly, but yeah, someone did say that that you have like a little echo or whatever.
Hold on, it might be my fault. Hang on. How is that?
No, it's not your fault. It would not be like. Am I echoing the chat? Let me know. I see I still say robot, so I'm trying to figure out. Does that mean
I don't know what that means though.
a little bit? Okay. See, I did not change the settings from the last episode, but let's see what happens now. Okay, let's see. How about now? Is it better or worse?
Yeah, it's a little.
I don't know. Someone said yeah, a little.
I just changed it. I know it's gonna be a minute to see if they're gonna change to the better or
Yeah,
worse.
it doesn't change
Alright.
immediately.
Yeah, it's a delay, so they're gonna be able to tell me. It says a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Better or worse? Better or worse? A little bit. Okay.
Better yet, can y'all understand what JL is saying despite the little echo?
He says,
Oh,
he said turn the mic down a notch, maybe.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna it looks like the levels are fine, but I'm gonna turn the mic down a pinch. And I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if that works, alright?
Okay, someone said better. There's
okay.
improvement.
Better.
It is improvement. Yeah, all good. All right, we
let's
straight.
go.
All right, we straight. We straight.
Nice.
Salute to the chat. And Cash App for my guy. I'm gonna hit the Cash App for my guy since he asked. Cash App. KOT Show. Alright. See, I can hold that for you. There you go. And that's gonna help the writers because we building, we buying mics and equipment and paying writers and stuff like that. So anybody who wants to donate the super chat or the Cash App is gonna help this shit keep moving. All right, so shout out to you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, back to the game. I was worried about my prime worry was how was he going to use IQ now that Derrick Rose is here, right? Because I already seen Tom Thibodeau. He's already given IQ 15 minutes a game or so. And I feel like he's flat out outplayed Elfrid Payton plenty of times. And I thought it might be a even more difficult situation with Derrick Rose here, especially if people just kind of see him as a two guard specifically. And I want to see IQ as get some minutes at the one as well because we don't have shooting at the one. And I feel like that's going to be able to open up everything else on the floor, a la, Steph Curry, a la Damian Lillard. Like those guys who can hit those deep threes, they open up everything when people are forced to trap you after half court. But to my surprise, to my chagrin, Tom, I should have trusted you, Tom. I should have trusted you. He had him at the one.
Yeah, he did.
He had him at the one and he had him at the two. It was kind of switching between a combo guard role, and I was like, okay, cool. I like what I'm seeing here. Yeah.
Matter of fact, didn't he close him at the one? He used him to close the game at the one.
Exactly.
He used him
to close the game at them.
Yeah.
He used exactly. And so I definitely liked what I saw from that regard. And I also feel like the passing between IQ and Derrick Rose rubbed off on Alec Burks because Alec Burks is a gunner.
Yeah.
That boy is a gunner. And that game, I think he was inspired by something because I saw him pass the ball more in that first quarter than I seen him in the first 20 certain games of this game.
Nah, I don't mind him being a gunner though. He can shoot pretty good though.
Yeah.
No, I definitely don't mind him being a gunner. I'm not even saying that. I don't mind him being a gunner, but I do feel like he can mix it up a little bit. And you saw the benefits of that. You saw he had some nice alley-oops to Nerlens Noel, and it just seemed like the chemistry was clicking. Yeah. And then once the chemistry was clicking, who else was happy? Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin wasn't clapping in the corner all game. He was moving and grooving. He was catching no-look passes from Derrick Rose as he was penetrating. It just seems like the infectious play is catching on. And the one thing I also liked about Derrick Rose that we haven't had, actually, ironically, since DSJ, because I feel like DSJ, when he was here, he was probably the guard who would penetrate and kick to the corners. And I saw Derrick Rose do that yesterday.
Yeah. It seemed like everybody was a little bit excited to have Derrick Rose on the floor with them.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It was a little bit of a carryover.
Yeah, it was.
From Derrick Rose. So, even though we lost, I do see the 10 points in 10 minutes when Derrick Rose first came out is a good sign. I'm really waiting to see what's going to happen when they actually get a practice in and the chemistry starts to build. And also curious to see if Elfrid Payton still keeps his starting spot.
That's the question. I mean, because what's his name? Tibbs loves AP now. He likes AP, so I don't know, but I mean, this is we're gonna find out soon because I was really shocked that Derrick Rose even got in the game. Like he just got signed. They just got him. And no practice, no shoot around. He just showed up and he comes off the bench with IQ. So I don't know. I mean, we may see him starting, and I'm sure most people won't mind because you're gonna still have IQ coming in behind him. But we're going to see because we got a stretch coming where they got 7 home games in a row and they're going to get a lot of practice time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see what happens. I mean, we're going to really see. I've been looking at this part of the schedule for a minute because I knew the Knicks had a tough schedule and we're getting into the point now where they can maybe, make up some games right here because they're going to be home. There's no traveling.
Yeah.
And the reason it's going to be is not just because of the traveling, but they could get practice in. They can get practice in.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you're traveling, you really can't. You put the little practice. So you can't work out those kinks when you're on the road. So
right.
That's the thing. I can see this team getting exponentially better between IQ ascending the ranks, Derrick Rose coming here, RJ Barrett able to work on facets of his game, and the way RJ's been playing lately. I think this team could be exponentially better in a month or so, just from playing together and just from being able to practice, because we did have one of the hardest schedules in the league to start off. You know what I mean?
I think it was ranked as the toughest schedule.
Right.
Yeah. We had the hardest schedule. So to come out the way we did is really a good thing. Remember, we still developing, man. So and we developing with journeymen. So I mean, I think we're doing good. So when we come through this next schedule, we get some practice time in, especially with D Rose and IQ. Oh my gosh, man, this is gonna be. I'm excited. This is gonna be all right.
Yeah, for real. So, was talking about development and usage. RJ Barrett. All right, he's been on a tear lately. There was ever since the Brooklyn game, he's been shooting well. He's been shooting over 40% from 3, shooting 50% from the field goal percentage. But these last few games, it just seems like Miami's had his number. And even the way Coach Tibbs is using him has changed in these last 2 Miami games, right? He hasn't had the minutes he's used to getting. And he hasn't been, de facto closer. Last Miami game, he was benched completely, only had 19 minutes. This game... the game before last, he was benched completely, only 19 minutes. Yesterday's game, the minutes were up, but in the fourth quarter, I feel like Tom was testing out whether he should even close with RJ or not. So, what do you guys feel about the way the coach is using RJ in his last moments? Does he feel like it worries you guys? Is this the correct direction to go? Not using him as a closer completely?
I'm not worried about it because I feel like the reason why Thibs didn't really rely on RJ to close out the games was because the Heat had him on lock pretty much, and he was playing him hard defensively. RJ couldn't get a rhythm on the court, and I feel like there were other players who were playing better than RJ, so I feel like that's why Thibs went with other options towards the end of the game than RJ, because if RJ is not having a good game, and the Heat, because pretty much he was doubling everybody on the perimeter, so it didn't matter whether IQ got it, Rose, RJ, whoever, they were just doubling everybody on the perimeter. And I just feel like RJ he just had trouble getting to the floor of the game. And the one thing I do like about Thibs is that if Thibs sees certain players have it going, he will stick with those players in the fourth quarter. I just feel like these last couple of games, RJ just didn't have it going. So Thibs, decided to, move away from RJ and use other players. But I'm pretty sure in the upcoming games, if RJ has it going in the game, he's gonna go to RJ in the fourth quarter because he has it going. At least that's what I believe.
And
I agree with that. And the thing is that what you got to remember is that Miami when you see a really good defensive team, one of the things they have in common is they will stop the guy that they don't want to shoot and make the guy shoot that they want to shoot.
Right.
Okay, so they key not just Miami, but all teams, but Miami is particular because of their high level of defensive expertise. So they were keying on RJ, getting him away from his favorite spots. They weren't letting him get to where he wants to go.
Absolutely.
And they were keying on him. And so that being the case, we had to adjust. So the adjustment was on Sunday, don't take him out. And then yesterday he made a good adjustment because RJ got a really good shot, for the last shot. Yeah. So it's a chess game, and that's another thing I'm excited about because I'm so used to between Jeff Hornacek, between Fizdale, our coaches getting out coached, by guys that are smarter in game time decisions. But Tibbs is not getting out coached, so he makes adjustments, and RJ was part of that because they were keying on him. They were not letting him get to his spots. They were letting Elfrid Payton shoot. They wanted him.
To shoot.
Yeah,
they had Elfrid Payton in the game at the end.
Yeah,
and he took him right out, and I'm glad he's starting to do that because I feel like he wasn't doing that before. Like he wasn't doing that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they wanted Elfrid Payton to shoot, and so that's when he countered and he put IQ in there, and so he said, okay. We're gonna fix that. So he did, and now that's what caused RJ to get an open look because now they had to watch IQ.
Yeah,
they had to watch RJ. They had to, and that's why you had Burke in there too, and you had Burks in there also. Mm-hmm. So we had threats in there at that point. So they had to pick their poison, and RJ got his shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do like that adjustment. Another adjustment for you, Coach. I love what Julius Randle is doing, but do not have this man ISOing at the end of the game. I'm sorry. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That was a terrible shot, man.
That was a terrible
shot.
It was.
That fadeaway shot, man. I mean, he should have, at that point, passed the ball. They were keying on him. They were not letting him get to his spots either. That's right. So he has to see that, and he has to kick that ball. But see, that's just something we learned going on. But that was when he shot that fadeaway. Usually, if he shoots that fadeaway closer in the key, I like the shot. But this one, he was off balance, and he didn't get his rhythm, and he was forcing it. That was bad.
See, this is what I appreciate, right? Because Julius Randle of last year, he's not the guy who's going to give you two sides of the ball. He's going to give you offense and that's it. This year he's playing offense and defense.
Yeah.
But the con to playing both sides of the ball is when you're on tight situations like this, and the game is on the line, you're gassed.
Yes.
Especially the way Tom is using them, where they're not giving these starters a lot of rest, especially Julius Randle. I mean, RJ recently, he's getting sat a lot more, but he's not giving these starters like Julius Randle a lot of rest. 36 minutes. Team high yesterday, and he didn't play well. I mean, he didn't really play. He didn't shoot well. 22% from the field, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And they forced him on the perimeter a lot. 1 for 7 from 3. Not the shot you really want him to take at most of the time. He was hitting on the game before, but he wasn't hitting him. He wasn't hitting him yesterday, and that was part of the detriment of the game. Also, the refereeing, man, we can't
catch a break with the refs.
They must have had money on the Heat because it was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Can I give the bruh to the referees because the referees sucked, all right? I know we lost to the Miami Heat, but the referees were another reason why we lost this game. Just the free throw disparity itself. Bam, Adebayo, 0 fouls.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, like
you gotta get them the gunshot too, or you gotta get the gunshot.
Yeah, like wasn't there some crazy stat like during the game where they said like Jimmy Butler and Adebayo combined for 28 free throws at one point in the game, and I was like, what?
I was like, what the bruh? I cannot. And the crazy part is half of it was acting. Like, the insult to injury was the end of the game.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
When Jimmy Butler was on the ground.
And he was laughing. He was on the ground laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Laughing. I just don't. And I feel like the refs cost the game. Between that call, the call when the ball went off of Julius Randle, the ball went off of Adebayo, and Julius Randle complaining he got a tech, or the missed call when Adebayo wrapped around Julius Randle's legs and he fell to the ground and they called a foul on Julius. Like there was so many of these bad calls.
And the fact that they reviewed
that.
That's what I'm saying. And they still didn't overturn it.
And we were still in the game.
Mike Breen was like, "Oh, they're gonna definitely overturn this because his hand was red. It was like a judo move." I was like, "No, man." They said he's gonna overturn this. The Knicks gonna win this one. They came back and said the call stands. I was like, "Oh my god."
I can't. The call stands.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
I can't. It pissed me off. It was a wonder we were even still in this game.
And we only lost by 2 now.
Yeah, we only lost by 2, and that's because of the grit of this team, man. We're gonna win a lot more of these games. I guarantee you. Once we get together a little bit longer, we're gonna win a lot more of these games. All right. So let me pause right here and just salute to the chat, man. Let me give a salute to the chat and salute to the guys. I'm new with the live streaming and stuff. I've been live streaming for a while. I'm new with the controls, so I'm getting used to it. I do know one thing. You gotta shout out the chat. So shout out to everybody's in the chat right now holding it down. Shout out to Fritz Alessandor, Gregory Castillo, Anthony 212. Shout out to you guys, man. And I know I saw Jay Boogie in here earlier. Shout out to you. And also shout out to Raphael Burgess, who he asked a question. What do you think is the next trade move the Knicks to do before the trade deadline?
Oh.
Well, to me, there's only 2 candidates that I see is Frank and Austin Rivers. Those are the only 2 candidates I could see them trading if they're going to make a trade.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank and Austin Rivers are definitely on the trade block. Austin Rivers, listen, Austin Rivers got no minutes yesterday. DNP, coach's decision. It seems like that it might be the writing on the wall for him as well. He might get in if there's injury, but it seems like he might be the next to go. Where he's going, I don't know.
More than likely to a playoff team. More than likely to a playoff team. Yeah,
he's gonna go to a playoff team. It is plenty of them that would take him. He's a playoff kid. I mean, that's how he plays his best in the playoffs. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be Austin Rivers or Frank. I was really shocked that Frank didn't go in the Detroit deal as much as they were talking it up. But apparently, I think the Knicks held it out because they think they can get a second rounder or something for Frank. So we'll probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I heard a rumor that said they prefer DSJ over Frank. I saw that rumor somewhere. I'm not sure how true or not that is.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I'm just going by the reports. The beginning, it was Frank and Frank.
Right, now you're right.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, like, it became Knox and DSJ. It was Knox and DSJ. And then they said the Knicks were not wanting to let Knox go, which I'm like, he's not going. He's a Kentucky guy. He's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
So then it would be. Then they ended up. That's why I think they included the second round pick because they wanted Knox and DSJ, and the Knicks just gave him the second round pick with DSJ.
Now I feel you. If there is, and I'll say this: if Knox is to be moved, because I do feel like no one's off the table completely. I feel like it'll be part of a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And not part of not to bring back Derrick Rose. Nothing against Derrick Rose, but he's a little bit older. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little bit older, so I think it'll be a part of a bigger package if they were choosing to pick Knox to be moved, at all. And also, what about I've heard Elfrid Payton in rumors as well, but
yeah,
I'm kind of with you guys where Tom loves Elf so much.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah, he does.
Elfrid Payton, man. Elfrid Payton is like his new boy, so I don't think
So. Exactly.
And like as far as Knox is the type of player that will be included in a blockbuster because he's a young piece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they would not put him in a deal for a 32-year-old guy. If they want a difference maker now, and they're gonna give up picks, Knox is that kind of guy. You want some young piece to go with the picks,
right?
Whoever So
yeah,
but I still with Kenny Payne and Worldwide West, I don't think so.
Now, hold
on.
on.
Yeah, all the Kentucky guys gonna be safe.
Oh, exactly.
Ain't no Kentucky guy going anywhere this year.
Oh, and since you mentioned Worldwide West, guys, I gotta pause and hit this drop real quick. All right, hold on.
Shout out to Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
I gotta do that. Shout out to Worldwide West, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do that. All right. And before we continue this conversation, you know what? Let's. I need to get to something, man. I gotta pay some bills. Real quick. All right.
Yes.
So salute. All right. So, this episode right here is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Big news, Manscaped just released a new cologne scent to help you feel good and smell good all over at all times. All right? Who knew smelling this good could feel this good too? So Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below the waist grooming needs. All right?
All right, Manscaped.
Exactly. So shout out to Manscaped. And get the trimmer 3.0 too, man. Get the trimmer 3.0 too. The shave down there. You don't want down there to be looking like David Fizdale's fro, all right? So you want to pop that up. Make sure you can see what's happening. It has an LED light. You can work in the shower.
Keep the lawn mode.
Yeah,
exactly.
Keep the lawn mode.
And don't forget that ball deodorant as well. Have down there smelling fresh.
Oh yeah, that's the secret. You giving the gems. That's the secret.
Yes, that's the secret right there.
Don't let it smell like you just got out the gym, man.
Exactly.
All right. So shout out to Manscaped for the sponsor. And back to this regularly scheduled program. All right. All right. Cool. So now we talked about Elf. And I think I want to end with Elf here. I'm going to end with Elf, right? Because Elfrid Payton, he's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure.
Yes, he is.
But you know what? I'm going to give this man some respect.
He responding to it well, though.
I'm going to give this man some respect. All right?
You know what it is, though? Elf is sick and tired of all y'all. That's what it is. Elf is sick and tired of all y'all. Elf is tired of the disrespect. He's tired of the disrespect. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna show y'all who the F I really am right now. That's what Elf is doing right now.
That's exactly his attitude. When you hear him, when he's looking at the press conference, man, you could. I mean, that's his attitude. I'm gonna show y'all who the F I am right here.
Exactly.
Don't sleep on me.
Exactly. Because here's the thing about Elf, right? That I'm loving right now. Like, listen, pressure bust pipes. You know, pressure bust pipes. And there's two things that happen when you get pressure. You either shrink, pause, or you grow, pause, right? Shout out to Manscaped, all right? So every time I feel like this guy is about to lose his starting spot, he just turns on the pressure.
Next game is 20 points, man. Next game is 18, 20, 24, whatever. Soon as we be like, oh, get him out. We got unique IQs and stuff. Next game, you get 20.
Next game, you get 20. It comes without fail. We trade for Derrick Rose. All of a sudden, boom, he scores 18. So I'm giving this man all the props. I've been hating on him all season long because he doesn't pass, and he still doesn't pass. He still doesn't pass, but I'm going to give respect to how I respect this dude because at least at this point, he's finishing around the rim.
Yes, he is.
At a higher rate.
But a couple of times he got like his own rebound and score. Like he would miss at the rim, get his own rebound and score.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was fighting, man.
Exactly. So I'm gonna just give my shout out to Elfrid Payton. And listen, I know New York is not messing with you right now, and I know I want you to come off the bench. I'm not gonna lie, I still want you to come off the bench. Either for D Rose or IQ, you're still a bench player in my eyes, but I respect your gangster and I respect that you actually put in the effort to do what you come to do. You playing some defense too, but I respect it. I just respect it. All right.
Yeah.
I respect it. That's all I have to say. Any last moments of the game? Any last thoughts on this game?
You know, D Rose played good D yesterday too. Now,
yo, D Rose gets the D back in his name. Pause again. All right.
Yeah. Damn, man.
He gets to keep it. I don't know if it's because, listen, for those of you who don't know, the Knick of Time show, right? The Knick of Time show started 4 years ago.
Yeah, when D Rose was in New York City.
Exactly. When
and they played no defense.
No defense, none.
Exactly, bro. You know exactly where I was going. D Rose played no defense. We called him Eric back in the day. Right? it's Tom just puts the fear of God in him. But I think that I think I don't know. It just seemed like he's taking a step in general.
Mm-hmm.
In general, because I wish Edson was here today. Because in general, back in the day when Derrick Rose was with the Knicks, he didn't have a mid-range game.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't shoot from three. He was putting too much pressure on his knees, going full speed all the time. And it seemed like, his career was going to be short because of that. And he changed his game. Yeah. And now the mid-range is coming along. It's better.
Yeah.
He shot 37% from three 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that can come back this year. Who knows? Maybe it's a Tibbs thing. Maybe Tibbs just knows how to finesse him.
Yeah.
But it just seems like he's in a different phase of his career in his life right now. Is it? Are you hopeful? Is it just me that is his first game kind of giving you hope that maybe it's just like, where he is that's making him play better? Because I don't know, he seemed happy to be here too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. Like I didn't watch too many Detroit games, but it just seems like maybe that they were just using it wrong, or that wasn't just the place for him.
Now he mentioned Leon Rose, Worldwide West, and Thibodeau. He said, "This is my family." So he's very comfortable. I mean, when he skipped town, it was on Hornet checking them. He was he skipped town. He was on Hornet checking them. But and he talking about retirement. But now he's hyped to play. I think we could get, including this season, 2 more of really good level basketball from him coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I just want to throw in right quick that I feel like with Rose, like he already knows how Thibs is, so he already knows like if I don't play defense, I'm not gonna stay in this game because he's played with Thibs he had like 3 different stints with Thibs, so he knows what it is with Thibs. So I think that, and I also think the added fact that he's an older player now, so he's more mature. So it's like you know what, I can't go 100 all the time. I think he's finally realized like I cannot go 100 all the time, so I got to develop a mid range, got to develop a 3-point shot, and help out in different ways. I just feel like Derrick Rose just when he got into the game, it was an instant spark. Like immediately when he came into the game, it was just instant. And like I feel like I know people want Derrick Rose to start or EIQ to start or whatever the case may be, but I feel like that second unit right there.
Oh man!
If the starting unit can just hold teams at least to like a tie when they start bringing in the second unit, the second unit is going to stretch leads.
True word, baby. That's it.
And I feel like I don't know if I want to mess with that second unit with Rose and IQ off the bench. I don't know if I want to mess with it too much, but
I agree with you because
especially after they get some practice time together. Oh my gosh, man.
Yo, the way things were clicking, IQ wasn't even playing well yesterday. Though.
Nope.
Like, he was hardly hitting. But what I'm excited about really is Obi. Because because we started to see signs of life from Obi Toppin in the last few games, and somebody's gonna pass him the ball on a consistent basis is gonna accelerate that growth from Obi, and it's going to make decisions down the line more clear because Julius Randle is still here. And we're gonna have to make that decision down the line on what to do with Obi, what to do with Randle, how to put the minutes together. Should we play them together? Because I think the better Obi looks, the harder it is for the coach to make certain decisions. But it's also gonna make it better for us to experiment with different lineups and you know what I mean? Because we still haven't seen Obi with the starters yet. I want to see him with the starters at closing some games.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a sleeping giant with Obi. So right now, he still hasn't broke out yet. But it's only a matter of time. And I just think it's just he's got to get used to the whole pro game. I like that Julius is playing so well, obviously, because it doesn't put pressure on Obi right away. So even though he's 22, gonna be 23, he's still a rookie, and he still needs to get used to the NBA speed. So you got to give him a little time, but. We got a sleeping giant. This is a kid. Just you can tell by how he moves. This athleticism is off the chart. So you get him, going, and he gets real confident, and the game slows down for him. He's gonna be a problem. He really is. So I'm giving him this year to just learn the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
this year to learn for sure. All right. Yo, salute to I'm gonna side out the chat one more time before we wrap up. I think we talked about all we need to talk about. All right. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Knicks fan for life. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ari, man. Shout out to Ari. I saw you in here earlier. Greg Castillo, shout out to you, dog. I see you commenting on every single show. He rocks so hard. So shout out to you, Greg. Fritz, always shout out to you, man. You know, that's my guy. Fritz he does everything. He edits, he writes. He does everything. Ari says you can't learn the game if you don't play. Absolutely right. You cannot learn the game if you don't play. Words to Kevin Knox. We need to get Kevin Knox back in the game somehow. That might have to be through Elfrid Payton leaving. I don't know, but he's not gonna leave. Yeah. Hey, yo, shout out to Jay Boogie who sent a Cash App super chat. And if you know, I can't see it.
That's
man.
what's up.
Shout out to Jay Boogie, man. All right, yo. So. Yeah, shout out to you, Michael, too. Shout out to you. All right, that is our show, man. If you didn't know, we're going to be doing these little short shows. I call it the after party show, yo. Yeah. It's the post game show. I do the post game live with CP, and then we're going to have the post show afterwards until we can figure out if we can get the shared thing working again. And even after the shared thing, even if that does work again, we're still going to be doing the post show.
That's
all right. All right, so please, if you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Check out some of the last shows that we recorded earlier. We have full grown shows that we talk about all topics that we drop every week that we recap, so definitely check those out. And also check out all our stuff on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher as well. Check out the merch. The hat, the KOT hat is now officially in stores. Definitely copy your KOT hat if you want. All right, and yeah, that is it, man. That's it. That's the show. I got nothing else to say. All right, so Raw, where can they find you, my guy?
Raw Hebrew Remnant on YouTube. Raw Hebrew Remnant also on Twitter.
All right, and Ryan, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me on Instagram at Sir G is chillin'.
Sir G is chillin'.
That's SIR. G is CHILLIN. And you can find me on Twitter as well. Sir_G is best. I'm starting to post more on there. So, I'm trying to get involved with Knicks Twitter and this and that. So, follow me on there too.
That's the move, man. It's a whole nother world over there. I try to tell you. I'm glad. Come join us, man. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get Raw to put up a picture on his Twitter. That's the next phase, all right? Raw just got the icon. You put up a lion or something. Put up a lion.
I got you, sir. Right? I think I got my man. Khalid Muhammad up there.
Okay. I haven't checked.
I got my man Khalid Muhammad. That's my thumbnail.
All right, cool. So, all right. Shout out. I gotta check your new thumbnail because I missed the update. All right. All right. That is our show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody salutes the KOT show. And yeah, that's it. We out of here.
Peace.
Shout out to World Wide West.